What's it really like to stay in a concierge class stateroom with infinite veranda on a celebrity edge class ship? Well, in this video, I'll show you around our cabin 10180A on Celebrity Apex, so you can see how the infinite veranda cabin compares to a traditional balcony one. And at the end, we'll discuss whether the upgrade to the concierge class is really worth it. Let's find out. Hi fellow travelers, it's Ken here and welcome to my channel, Ken Travels 360. Let's start right away and check out our concierge class stateroom 10180A, located on the starboard side of deck 10 of Celebrity Apex. Right, as you enter, you can find this control panel right here on the wall. It looks like a thermostat, and it is, but it does so much more. You can control the room temperature, switch between different lighting moods, and even operate the blinds here for the infinite veranda. I will show you how that works later in this video. But even better, you don't actually need to get up and fiddle with it every time, because you can do most of this directly from the Celebrity app on your phone. See, it does exactly the same thing. It acts as a remote for the TV, the lighting and climate control, and even better, you can use it as the room key. Now, just to the left of the entrance is the bathroom. Let's go inside and have a look. And I have to say, it's genuinely spacious, especially by cruise ship standard. The shower in particular is impressive. It's noticeably larger than what you normally find in a standard balcony cabin on most other cruise ships. There's enough room to maneuver around and without banging your elbows on the walls, which is really cool. Now, when you stay in a concierge class room, you can also get upgraded toiletries. So you will find lavender and peppermint scented shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and hand lotion in big pump bottles. The toilet is over there, and you can also find lots of storage dotted around. Right here, and also here. The sink area is also stylishly designed, and there's plenty of shelving for your personal items. Right outside the bathroom, you can find a lot of storage here, which is really handy. Celebrity tends to run cruises longer than a typical week-long voyage, so the extra space is well appreciated. Now next, let's check out the wardrobe. Again, it's of decent size, with lots of shelves and hanging space, lots of hangers here. Now, being in concierge class, you will find these comfortable robes, umbrellas here, and also binoculars, which is for your use during the voyage. Then also, you got a safe here, down here. It's big enough to put your wallet, passport and jewelry inside, but it's not big enough for like a laptop. Now it's time to check out the bed. This is a king size bed and it features Celebrity's exhale bedding. Oh, this is definitely one of the more comfortable beds I've seen and experienced at sea. Well, and hello from Penguin and Liam. You might remember Liam from our New Orleans trip. By the way, there is storage space underneath the beds for your suitcases, which helps keep the cabin tidy. On Celebrity cruises, you still get twice daily housekeeping, which is now a rarity on many cruise lines. That means your cabin gets a full tidy in the morning and a turn down service at night. We love that. Now, good news and bad news. There are USB ports and power outlets by the side of the bed, but it's only on one side of the bed and not the other. So if you both have devices to charge overnight, then you have to fight for it. Or take turns, or maybe bring an adapter with multiple ports. Opposite the bed is a wall-mounted smart TV, which can be operated either with the traditional remote or, as I showed you earlier, the app on your phone. Now, as this is a UK departure cruise, there should be an electric kettle in every room, which is a must for your morning cuppa. Over here, you have your writing desk. Looks normal, right? Well, it's got some trick up its sleeve, actually. If you don't really need this bit, you can slide it away and then that opens up more space. And then voila, you get the full-length floor-to-ceiling backlit mirror. Well, another cool feature is this box. What is it? Well, it's a charging box. Inside, you have two USB charging ports, and then you have a US and also European socket, and also a multi-country one that will fit UK plugs. So that's really awesome. Now you can close the box to hide all the cables in there so that everything looks tidy. And over here, you can find even more storage space. Well, then there's a mini bar here. There are a couple of bottles of water here. They do cost extra money though, so it's just better to pretend they are not actually there. Now, underneath the vanity, you'll find a fridge. So remember, you can bring 2 bottles of wine per cabin on each cruise. If you are not on a drinks package, that's a great way to enjoy a glass by your Infinite Veranda without breaking the bank. We bought a bottle of Cava and also a bottle of red wine. Now, talking about wine, another perk of a Concierge Class cabin is that you get a complimentary bottle of sparkling wine delivered to your cabin.
Be aware though, you actually have to ask for this. They don't just leave it there. So if you don't ask, you don't get. But there you go. We'll get that chilled down nicely soon.
Then there's a sofa here, or in this case, a chaise longue. It makes it really easy to relax indoors, whether you're reading, watching TV, or enjoying your wine with a view. Now finally, it's the time to talk about the most unique feature in this room, the Infinite Veranda. So instead of a traditional balcony that's like separated from your room by a glass door, the Infinite Veranda is actually integrated directly into the room. Now the whole outer wall is glass, top to bottom. And then get this, at the touch of a button, the top window panel glides down. And boom, your indoor space transforms into this open-air experience. It's pretty cool, huh? Now if you do want to separate the space, there's a pair of bifold doors that you can close. It's pretty neat, huh? And when it is sleeping time and you want it pitch black, then another button press and a motorized blackout bar will just come down all the way. It's very swish. You've also got a table and 2 chairs here. Perfect for just chilling.
How cool is this?
But there are a few things to keep in mind. If the window is open, then the air conditioner switches off, even if the doors are closed. So in hot weather, the room can get a bit humid or stuffy. For us, cruising the cooler Norwegian fjords, the air conditioning is not as important or necessary, so it's not a big issue. Also, the captain can override all verandas in rough weather. So if the seas are high, your window might be locked shut for safety. The Infinite Veranda is one of those features that really divides opinions. Some love the blended indoor-outdoor space, while others prefer the clear boundary and full open-air exposure of a traditional balcony. I guess it all comes down to your own preference. So we're gonna live with it for the next few days and then I'll give you our honest verdict. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful, do give it a big thumbs up. It really helps more people discover the channel. And if you're new here, please subscribe and ring the bell. I've got more videos from this President's Cruise coming soon, so stay tuned. Now that we've toured the stateroom, let's talk about what you get with Concierge Class beyond just upgraded amenities inside the cabin itself. To start with, on embarkation day, there's a special concierge lunch in the main dining room. It's a much calmer way to kick off your cruise compared to the busy buffet. However, do bear in mind there's a very limited selection of starters and main course. Now, when you stay in concierge class cabins, you also get daily delectable delights, which you have to request to get them, and they are really not that interesting. The same goes for the welcome bottle of sparkling wine.
So if you don't ask, you don't get.
Really, if you have paid for something, then they should be here already when you're in the cabin when you arrive. Finally, you also get access to a dedicated concierge team. In theory, they save you queuing as guest services, but in practice, it depends. During the cruise, I had a credit card issue and a question about departure timing. I went to the concierge both times, but I was told they couldn't help and that I need to speak to guest services instead. So in the end, they didn't save me any time at all. One quick note, don't confuse concierge class with aqua class. You don't get access to the blue restaurant or the spa's thermal suite. And it's definitely not part of the retreat. So no butlers, no private sun deck or lounges. So, after a few days on board, is the concierge class cabin with the Infinite Veranda worth it? Personally, I don't think so. First off, I really miss the concept of a proper balcony. Somewhere you can actually step out and feels like you are outdoors. On a cooler weather cruise like this one, it hasn't been a big deal. But I definitely wouldn't want this setup for a Caribbean or Mediterranean itinerary. It just doesn't give you the same connection to the sea. And for this particular cabin, the view was actually obstructed. I tried filming some hyperlapses of sailing in and out of fjords, and more than once the magic carpet got in the way. If you are choosing your own stateroom, avoid the starboard side. Go for the port side instead. That massive orange platform really can spoil the view. Now, when it comes to concierge class perks, they are honestly pretty trivial. The embarkation day lunch, it was fine, but nothing special. I would have been equally happy just dining at the Ocean View Cafe, the buffet, maybe even happier. Then there's the bottle of the sparkling wine, which you have to request it to get it. It's not even just waiting here in the room for you. But then it's not worth more than a few quid, and it tasted only just okay. The upgraded toiletries and the extra spa-style robes, okay, I'll give you that. They are nice, but again, that's not something I will pay extra for. Really, the only meaningful reason to book concierge class is if you are chasing status within Celebrities Captain's Club. Concierge class gets you 5 points per night, whereas a standard veranda room or balcony room only gets you 3. But you need a huge number of points to actually unlock the tiers where the real meaningful benefits kicks in. So unless you are cruising with celebrity regularly, it's a bit of a long game. All things considered, for me, it's not worth it. Have you tried concierge class yourself? I'd love to hear if your experience lined up with mine. And if you are thinking of trying it, let me know what questions you got in the comments. I've got more videos about this cruise coming up, so watch one of these next to follow this President's Cruise on Celebrity Apex. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy cruising!